Hello and welcome. My name is Carl G. Larson, and thank you for joining us in this presentation. You're going to find a lot of value in this presentation. It's really going to open your eyes to the state of the nation and the issues that we are currently fighting. One of the biggest issues that we have going on right now. Okay, guys, so state of the nation. America's expanding waistline is the topic of conversation for this presentation. I mean, just look at these pictures on the side here. I mean, how many family members or direct or indirect or friends do we know that live life like that bottom picture there? You know, go to work, 8 to 5, come home, have your attitude adjustment beverages, lay down on the couch, zombie out, right? I mean, that's just kind of how it is for a lot of people out there, even for kids, for that like cover of Newsweek right there. I mean, 6 million kids are seriously overweight. This is a big problem. This is ridiculous, okay? And also the state of the nation is it's not slowing down. All right, we have a serious issue here, and it's speeding up rather than slowing down, okay? And so we have to make a choice. How do we want to live our lives? All right, because I can tell you what, from personal experience, we do not have to live like this. All right, it is definitely a choice. Whether you think it is or not, it really is. And energy is everything, guys. I mean, without energy, I mean, what do you got, right? You need energy to do everything, and we have that choice. Okay? So what about the kids is another topic of conversation here, making sure that we are not passing on our bad habits to the kids. And lastly, it's time to make a change. We definitely have to make a change in this country, or things are going to get even worse, and it's going to get ugly, right? So again, just to summarize the second time, purpose of this presentation: recognize there's a serious problem, that we have the power to change it, okay? That we must first start with ourselves. So instead of going out and telling everyone that we know what they should be doing, we work on ourselves first and solve our own issues, our own health and wellness problems before we give any type of recommendations, okay? Because then once we do that, then we can go out and teach others how to do that, because we've done it ourselves, okay? That's definitely the way to go. And I want you to keep this quote in mind: if we help other people get what they want, we can have everything we want. So it's a servant spirit, servant atmosphere, attitude, and leadership. All right, guys. That's from Zig Ziglar, a world-renowned motivational speaker. So we're going to go on with the presentations here. This is obesity trends among U.S. adults in 1985. All right, this is for the average woman who is at least 30 pounds overweight or has a BMI rating of greater than or equal to 30. Okay, so I can see a picture of the states here, and the black means there's no data for the state, or no data, or the light blue is less than 10% of the population is or has a BMI of greater than or equal to 30, and the little darker blue has 10 to 14% of the population has a BMI greater than or equal to 30 or is 30 pounds overweight. So let's just go through here. This is 1985. The next slide shows 1988. All right, guys, there's not as much black. There's a lot more dark blue and a lot more light blue. So we can see that there is a problem growing in America. 1991, the black states are almost gone. There's a new category introduced where 15 to 19% of the population is at least 30 pounds overweight or has a BMI greater than or equal to 30. All right, so it's growing, and the light blue, the lightest blue category, is almost non-existent. Moving on to 1994, it gets even worse. The dark blue states are just spreading. There's no more light blue. It's just the darkest blue and the second darkest blue. Okay, 1994. Now, 1997, a new category has to be introduced. Greater than or equal to 20% of the population is considered overweight or has a BMI of equal to greater than 30. All right, guys, brand new category. 2000, the red is just spreading like a virus throughout the states. The 10 to 14% category is almost gone, and we just have the red and the darkest blue left. 2004, another category is introduced. This is greater than or equal to 25% of the population is 30 pounds, at least 30 pounds overweight or greater than or equal to 30 BMI. This is for the average woman. 2004. Okay, so I mean, just getting crazy worse, and the full effect of American lifestyle has taken a while, but here we are. there is no end in sight unless we start to do something about it. And again, another category is introduced, 30 to 34% of the population. And just so you know, guys, this information was taken from the CDC, the Centers of Disease Control, and taken right from their website. So the problem is immense. And here's some things that happen when we are overweight, all right, and we don't really stay healthy and wealthy. 90% of type 2 diabetes is associated with being overweight. 80% of heart disease deaths, 30 to 50% of kidney failures, 50% of high blood pressure and stroke, and all these common forms of cancer are all associated with being overweight. I mean, that is powerful, right? And why is that? It's because we've become very sedentary. We've gone from being active to not so active. I mean, look at these examples, right? How many of these are true for all of us? Instead of manually changing channel, we have a remote. Instead of cooking for 30 minutes, we get a pizza delivered, right? Instead of mowing the grass, we hire someone to mow. Instead of walking the dog, we let the dog out. And the examples go on and on and on. And we end up looking like the guy in the background, which doesn't look like he's doing all that well, right? So, I mean, we're definitely becoming sedentary in our lifestyles. In addition to that, not only are we becoming less active, our nutrition and our diets get even worse. So in 1950, the classic or the regular pop that we'd have is 8 ounces, right? 8 ounce Coca-Cola, 100 calories. Now, 2002 and beyond, we can get these like mega jumbo ultra size beverage containers that hold 52 ounces of pop and sugar, which is 600 plus calories. I mean, talk about a root cause here. It's just ridiculous. Or burgers. Look at this. Old day hamburger, 280 calories. Nowadays you can get 1120 calories, double burger with cheese, or more than that with some burgers. I mean, just absolutely insane what is in terms of calories with the stuff that we're eating these days. Or take a look at this picture. This is ridiculous. Now, what looks wrong with this picture? There are escalators going up to a fitness center. I mean, this is just embarrassing. It really is. I mean, stairs in the middle, no one's using it. I mean, how bad can it get, right? And take it a step even further. This is a real place. It's called the Heart Attack Grill. Go to heartattackgrill.com, and they have in the background, you can see some highlighted burgers. That's the single bypass, double bypass, and triple bypass burgers that are just like 20 layers deep of cheese and bacon and hamburgers, and just it just looks crazy. All right, and so the deal is, if you eat one of those triple bypass burgers, you get wheeled out on a wheelchair with an attractive looking nurse. I mean, just pounding it home, right? And the Heart Attack Grill diet: eat, drink, and smoke your way to better health by Dr. John. Real credible, right? Thanks, Dr. John. Or take a look at this. USA Today: obesity on track as the #1 killer. Wow. Just insane, right, guys? I mean, it's just everywhere, just taking control. And so here's kind of some options, right? Here's what's happening these days. I mean, instead of having a healthy breakfast, we're going to get a latte and a muffin. And in this example, white chocolate mocha latte, 500 calories, 63 grams of carbs. All right. In addition to that, you get a large banana chip muffin, another 500 calories. That's 1,040 calories for breakfast, right? And you don't even really feel like you're eating that much, but you don't even know that it's that bad for you. I mean, some people, 1,000 calories or 1,100 calories is how many calories they should have an entire day, let alone for breakfast, when you don't even get filled up because it's liquid and a light muffin, right? It's crazy. Or, so there's choices. You can make choices everywhere and on a daily basis. And so, like in this example, a healthy choice would be a Formula One healthy meal, right? 220 calories, 30 grams of carbs, 18 grams of protein, right? I mean, so the differences are immense, and they just make huge differences as time goes on. Alright, guys, so there has been a lot of science-based solutions for the epidemic of being overweight. Alright, knee replacement shakes has 10 years of publications, high-quality journals, demonstrating efficiency and safety. Alright, guys, there's also a lot of benefits of soy protein isolates for health, which are in our shakes, and natural alternatives for enhancing fat metabolism and appetite control. All right. In addition, there's more research and science-based solutions for lifestyle modification and personalization plans. All right, guys, which is exactly what we offer. A lot of science behind what's going on. So what's the solution, right? We have this huge epidemic on our hands, so we need to start talking about, we realize that, we can see that, but what is the solution? All right, so the solution is, it must be convenient, because Lord knows everyone's getting busier as time goes on. It must be effective. I mean, it must work. It must be a high quality, world-class product, and it must taste great. If any one of those three are missing, it's not going to work. Okay? And common sense would tell you guys that is true. And so that's exactly what our products and nutrition clubs offer. Okay, so we're definitely taking advantage here of there's a problem. All right, so let's figure out the solution to that problem, and here we go. We have some high quality things that will take care of that. All right, so my challenge to you is, don't be the majority. All right, the majority of people are out there not living healthy, feeling tired, going to the doctor, complaining about fatigue, eating wrong, just this downward spiral of nutrition and energy just going down the drain. But here's the thing, it's your choice. You always have the choice of what you put in your mouth. All right, so you can be the majority and live like that, or you cannot be the majority and live with passion and live with energy and have great relationships, everything else that goes along with it. Okay, so my question is, what do you want to do? How do you want to be? How do you want your future to be? Okay, because again, you can make that choice and that decision right now. And then what is your number one health and wellness goal right now? Okay, what is the one thing above anything else that you would want to do? Would it be lose 15 pounds? Would it be, tighten up your abdominals? Would it be getting more defined in a certain area? Would it be being able to run a 5K? Or would it be even maybe running a marathon or training for a marathon? All right, what would it be for you? And what I want you to do is that I want you to email me at that email address, carl.larson.success@gmail.com, or call me and tell me what your number one health wellness goal is right now, and that you're looking for some assistance, for some guidance, because I will give that to you guys. Okay, so definitely decide what you want to do in the future. If you want to live life with passion or energy or not, it's your choice. All right, and get a hold of me and let's move forward together and start changing some lives, starting with your own. All right, guys, thanks for the time. And we'll be talking soon. All right.